Hello and welcome back to what is my second car camp for this month. Now this month we are doing something slightly different. We're actually heading off to do my first ever stealth camp in a residential area, and just to make it even more significant, we're going to do it in a London residential area. And where we're actually going to is Greenwich. So we should be able to go on some nice little walks around Greenwich Park, maybe down to the Cutty Sark, and have a little look around Greenwich itself. In hindsight, the sensible person would have just come off before you hit the approach to the Blackwall Tunnel on a Friday night. The sensible person would have done that. Okay, so I think this could be a nice little place to park under some trees, the residential area. Oh, let's have a go here. Let's have a look. This will do. It doesn't feel particularly level, to be honest. Well, I did decide to move. Basically, I think the gradient was a bit too big. What I've done, I've just driven up the road a little bit. It's definitely more flatter here. At least the measure on my phone says it's flat, but we shall see. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to set some stuff out in the back and then we'll head out for a wander. Well, here we are, we're in the back. Now, as you can tell, for this car camp, I have used the chair bed again. Yep, I told you, I liked it that much, I knew I'd end up using it again. And of course, the advantage of the chair bed setup means I don't need to set the car up before I get here, because it's so easy to do it. What I've also done this time is I have packed a lot more concisely. So I only have the one storage box as opposed to two. Now the reason for that, quite simply, is I knew there's no way I was going to cook on gas in the car tonight. It's way too hot. So we are going for a kettle style mill, so at least it won't make the car too hot. This is the road we were just on, that we were just parked on. As you can see, it is a really nice spot under the trees, and I suspect the road itself is a lot quieter than where I am now. So the reason why I'm doing a second car camp this month, I think, to be honest, is because I've had quite an intense week at work. It's been very busy, lots of reports to get done and everything else, so I quite fancied having a little overnight stay, because a large part of me has wanted to do a London stealth camp for a long time. Here we go. Welcome to Greenwich Park. So shockingly, the plan actually isn't to run this car camp, mainly being I think I've pulled a muscle in my neck or something. So today is purely a late night, overnight car camp in London. And over there, you can see London, Canary Wharf in the city. So this is quite potentially going to be the shortest car camp I've ever done. I tell you what, the Greenwich Park is such a lovely park. It's a lot bigger than what you'd think it is. Funny enough, in all the years I've been coming to Greenwich, I've never actually been to this side. So this is the old Royal Naval College. Well, that was a rather nice walk around Greenwich, I must say, but I've now actually done 10k, so I've been walking for 6 miles, about 2 hours, and you know what, it is 9 o'clock and I need some food, and I think tonight is a prime example of what the big advantage with car camping can be. So rather than being super tired and just sitting in front of the TV and falling asleep and doing nothing, I've actually done something that's quite easy, super cheap, and a hell of a lot more interesting than doing nothing. And here we are, back to the car. So that's the car all set up. It is so late, it is 10 to 10 and I'm absolutely starving. So tonight we are having a rather lovely naked Cantonese style hoisin duck egg noodles, and in that we're going to chuck a couple of mushrooms and some canned chicken. And what my cunning plan is, although I'm going to use the thermos, what I'm going to do is put some of the thermos water into the electric kettle, because the theory is it will actually boil up really quick and then I'll have proper boiling water for my noodle. In case you're wondering, the reason why I've gone for using the chair bed again is because what I've discovered is that whilst you lose the floor space under the bed, what you gain is headspace, and it does work really well. So I quite like it. I am definitely converted to this system. So my plan was an absolute success, putting the thermos water into the kettle and only using a cup, which is probably about 300 mils. It's done in no time, literally 4 minutes. And I know you're probably desperate to know what canned loveliness do I have to accompany my hoisin duck egg noodle. Well, today's treat is princess chicken roll with sage and onion. And you know what? It's not too bad. I think the funny thing about stealth camping or car camping in London is that where they have all the parking restrictions, it actually makes camping a lot easier. I mean, this whole area you can park after 6 p.m. for free, so Monday to Sunday basically. So the only times you can't park or you need a permit is between 9 a.m. and 6 p.m. But in terms of a quick overnight stay, it's absolutely perfect. We have our lovely noodles and mushrooms ready. So a rather super late dinner today. When you want to do stealth camping, so you want to do everything inside your car, this is another good reason for why having an electric kettle is so good. The road itself doesn't sound too bad. Actually, the majority of the noise that I'm hearing are actually the moped drivers. There's so many takeaway moped drivers around here. But other than that, the road itself doesn't seem too bad. There's been a couple of people walking past, but so I'm probably not going to do the whole go outside and show you the car in darkness, mainly because I can't see if anyone's coming down or not because of the blackouts. First things first, got to kill the lights. And then what we can do is just... And there you go. And let's have a look out the other window. Well, that was strange. Well, it's 10 to 1 and I think it's safe to say it is well past my bedtime. I never stay up this late, not even when I drink on a Saturday night. So I think I need to switch all this off and hit the hay. But I'm glad I've come out. It's been good. I'm glad to tick that London box, and who knows, in the future I might actually get a bit more daring as to where I go in London. I will see you in the morning. And we are up. I slept quite well last night, and it was quiet. I mean, I didn't hear anything really. I heard the very occasional car, but considering we're roadside in London, essentially, it's good. What we're going to do now is have a little bit of breakfast and a cup of coffee. That leads us to breakfast. So breakfast for today, and it is a pot of perfect mash. I think it's sausage flavour, sausage and gravy flavoured mash. Now I'm gonna guess I probably like it, but then I do like instant mashed potato anyway. Oh, it is nice actually. And I think this is the secret for car camping, is, and I always say it, it's about having easy food. Now in theory and in practice, I could also boil up hot water and soak in vegetables, so boiled carrots and baby sweet corn, and I could just pour hot water onto that to heat it up. So you could actually make a half decent meal in the back of your car just using the kettle, because then you too can sit in the back of your car eating a sausage and gravy perfect mash on a London residential street on a Saturday morning. That is it. That is my coffee done. That's my mash done. We're all done, ready to go home. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to pack the car up and scoot off. And that time lapse shows how fast it is to put this setup from car camp mode back into normal mode, because in terms of how everything's now packed away, so I've done all this in the back of the car with ease, as you've just seen. You've got the bedding all packed away, you've got my kitchen area all packed away, the blinds are down, the toilet's away, everything's done. And I could, if I wanted to, put the back seat back across and you're back into normal car mode. Well, that's the car all packed up and me ready to go home. So I hope you've enjoyed our little bonus extra London car camp. I've quite enjoyed it. It's been quite fun doing a proper residential car camp, and I think all in all it worked out quite well. We had a nice little walk around Greenwich, a decent enough night's sleep, and we survived just using the kettle. And hopefully next month will be another one where myself and my wife go out and car camp together, so that'll be fun. So yes, other than that, it's time to shifty on home. So until next time, take care.